How's it going, everyone? This is Coffinbrood. I am now on Patreon, so you can support me there. Everyone has been suggesting for months that I get on there to earn extra income, and I've delayed it for a while. Honestly, now that I'm on there, I probably won't be doing much on there because I don't really understand how to use Patreon, and I haven't really sat down to figure out all the inner workings of Patreon. I focus a lot here on YouTube because YouTube is my main source of income when it comes to doing narrations. Although, I would be very happy if someone were to donate to me any amount that they could. However, I just want to say, don't expect too much from me on Patreon at the moment. I have a lot of stuff going on in my life, and I'm mostly focused on YouTube. Enjoy today's video. Scary stories. I am currently 14 years old. This happened to me when I was 12. I used to catch the bus to go to school until this happened. One day, on the way to the bus stop, I saw this guy. I'd never seen him in my neighborhood before, but I didn't really think too much about it. My neighborhood was infested with drugs. I think it was crack cocaine everybody was doing around there. Also, a bunch of alcoholics. Anyway, I'm going down to the bus stop, and this guy, he starts following me, and he's making weird comments. Hey girl, come here, let me talk to you for a minute. Oh God, please leave me alone, I gotta go to the bus stop. Don't fucking talk to me, weirdo. Ah, don't be like that, you little bitch, he said to me. I took off running. One of my friends lived, right next to the bus stop. I ran to their doorstep and desperately beat on their door. Open up, open up, open up, open up! Corey's mom opened the door. What the fuck is wrong with you beating on my goddamn door like that? Sorry. Just let me in. What the fuck is wrong with you? There's this creepy crackhead dude chasing me. Where's he at right now? I'll kill him. I don't know where he's at right now. Corey's mom stepped out onto the porch to look around. She didn't see nothing. I don't see him out here. Corey, get your goddamn ass out here. Yes, Mom. Don't yes, Mom me. I want you to keep Ashley safe. Mom, I've been keeping Ashley safe. Shut the fuck up and listen. There's this weirdo that's been following her. And you're gonna start walking her home after school. Okay, sure. Yeah, I bet you like that, don't you? You ain't going over there to hang out, 'cause I know what you gonna try, boy. Mom, I'm not even like that. I haven't even thought about that stuff yet. Don't lie to me, you little motherfucker. Get your ass to school. Yes, Mom. Bye, Miss Brown. I'll see you later. Yeah, see you later, Ashley. Bye, Mom. Yeah, what the fuck ever. Get the fuck out of here. Do them dishes later, too. Jesus Christ, what the fuck did you do to her this morning? I don't know. She's just being a bitch. Really, Corey? What did you do? She found my marijuana stash. Oh, shit. She knows that you smoke marijuana now. Yeah. She seems to think that I'm going to become a crackhead now that I smoke marijuana. As Corey and I are sitting down at the bus stop and waiting for the bus, we see the guy again. He comes up. He gets in Corey's face. You think you tough, boy? You ain't fucking tough. I'll show you tough. Please get out of my face, sir. Oh, yeah. I don't like you, you little motherfucker. How's it going, Ashley? Oh, God, please. Get the fuck away from her, you fucking sorry motherfucker. Boy, I done told you. You get up in my motherfucking face again, I'll stab you, the crackhead said as he pulled out a knife. I am completely terrified at this point. You and I, Ashley, we gonna have us a special day soon, the crackhead said to me. And then he walked off. God damn it, I don't know why the fuck Mom thinks that I can protect you from this motherfucker. I can't protect you from this guy. Corey, you just gotta walk me home. She didn't say that you had to protect me. No. She's expecting me to fucking protect you. Jesus fucking Christ. There's a bus. When I got to school, I went to the guidance counselor, and I spoke to her, and I told her that there was this creepy-ass dude that started harassing me this morning. She asked me to describe the guy. Let me see if I can remember. He has, like, long, nappy, ratty hair. A beard. He has a tattoo of an anchor on his left arm, and he has a heart or something that says Mom on his other arm. And, he has, like, I think he had brown eyes. Sounds almost like the guy that was fucking with... Sorry, excuse my language. Mrs. Richards. Don't Miss Richards me. Don't act like you don't cuss. Yeah, but you're a guidance counselor. Well, it slipped out. Don't go telling everybody. Okay, Mrs. Richards. Get to class. I'll take care of this motherfucking guy. Mrs. Richards! Watch your language. You're gonna get fired. He won't fire me. Later that evening, when I'd gotten off the bus and Corey was walking me home, I seen the crackhead again, and the crackhead started following us. And he was mumbling something. We have no idea what he was saying. I think that he was high on crack. And then he starts to chase after us. We run to my house and run inside. Thankfully, my father happened to be home at this time. So when I ran in the house and I slammed the door, my father was like, "What the fuck you slammed the door for? Jesus fucking Christ. Dad, what? There's this fucking crackhead." Watch your language, girl. There's this crackhead outside, and I don't know what I think that he's gonna try to rape me. There's a crackhead outside. Dad, he's fucking with you? Is that what you're telling me? Yes, Dad. Okay. I'll take care of it. Dad walked outside, and he seen the crackhead, and the crackhead seen my dad. And my dad walked right up to the crackhead. Hey, you motherfucker. You fucking with my daughter? No, man. I didn't do nothing. Listen here, motherfucker. I will fucking kill you. I will fucking kill you. You better get the fuck out of here right now. Oh, yeah, sir. Yep. Yeah, I'll get the fuck out of here right goddamn now. After that, I didn't see that crackhead ever again. My dad must have scared the shit out of him. A couple of years ago, I spent most of my time skating. I didn't have many friends that I could skate with. I was always on the lookout for new friends to skate with. There was this really friendly guy at the skate park who seemed really motivated on making new friends and making somewhat of a skate crew. He was really motivated on getting skate clips and photos to put on social media. We got along, and he was really friendly. So I figured, why not network with a new friend to skate with? Why don't I just give you my credit card number and my social security number too, and then you can use my identity? I always make important business decisions with complete strangers, after all. I gave him my phone number, and he seems perfectly normal at first. He hit me up a few days later, and I picked him up and we skated. The whole time, he seemed completely cool and normal. Nothing suspicious or strange at all. Yeah, sure, if you think that, wanting to record random strangers to upload to the internet is not strange at all, then sure, yeah. I dropped him off, and everything was cool. A couple of days later, while I'm at school, he texts me asking if I wanted to skate. I was busy, and I did not reply. Within an hour, he sends me multiple texts saying something like, "Why aren't you answering your phone? What did I do? And I'm sorry." I said screw it and went skating with him. Although this may have seemed like a sketchy decision to hang out with him, the whole time we hung out, he was completely normal. Oh my god, we get it. He's normal. How many fucking times do you have to tell us that he is normal? Please excuse my outbursts. He was the same friendly, motivated guy I met. However, after I dropped him off, things got worse. A few days later, the same thing happened where he texted me. I got busy, and he blew up because I didn't respond. However, this time I didn't reply at all that day or night, and this set him off even more. He sent me hundreds of walls of text over the next week, going from aggressively clingy, as seen before, to completely delusional. We met when I was 19, but he texted me delusional shit, saying, "Remember when we were kids? You'd come over and we'd hang out. You'd have your shirt off and we'd play." I was like, what the fuck? No? I felt sorry for him. I knew he was a good guy with a good heart, but he just suffered from serious mental illness. How the fuck do you know? Are you a doctor? I just wish he had more people in his life who could help him control his issues. I find it amazing whenever people say that they feel sorry for someone when they really don't. Look, you don't have to sit there and lie and say that you felt sorry for someone just because it makes you look like a better person. Later on, he started calling me on and on. I'd have hundreds of voicemails from him, and the creepiest thing about the voicemails is they are just silence. He would call my phone and sit there silently, leaving voicemails, where I could at most hear him breathing or hear a fan in the background. This went on for months. He lost my number and forgot about me, but then a few more months after this, all died down. He started calling again under an unknown number. So I could not block him. Yes, you can. Most modern cell phones allow you to block even unknown numbers. This happened off and on for about a year. There was one incident where someone came to my house, went through our gate, and vandalized our front yard. We are not sure if it was him or not, but after that, we installed cameras. That was the worst it got. Mostly he called on and off for a year. There was one incident where he used his mom's phone number. Back before he started calling under the unknown number, I replied to the text asking if Justin was okay and saying he needed help. Then he texted me from his phone saying, "Don't bother my mom." Everything cooled down after about a year ago. I'm not sure what happened to him, but I hope he got help and is doing okay. Sure you do. When I was in the 5th or 6th grade, I lived in a small house in a very tiny rural town with just my mom. We had a family living next to us whose house and yard were trashy. Jesus, did you have to put it so bluntly? I mean, broken down cars and pile of garbage. Weeds taller than your knees, dogs chained up everywhere, house was falling apart. You get the picture. Yeah, I get the picture. They were impoverished, and you sound condescending, like you think you're better than them. The household consisted of a middle-aged woman who looked pretty average besides the fact that she was always tired and run down, a middle-aged man who had long matted hair, a scarred face, and wore dirty and disheveled clothing, and walked with a cane, and a young, well-dressed man, clean-cut, who was in his late teens or early 20s. They always had tons of visitors, mostly the run-down, dirty, disheveled kind visiting their house at all hours. So it was probably a trap house. My house was just a tiny place that was a bit old. My mom was working on fixing it up. Yeah, I'm sure she was. At that time, our back door didn't lock. It didn't strike me as a problem since this town was so small and no one really locked their doors. So because no one else in your neighborhood locks your doors, you don't lock your doors? That makes no fucking sense. I always lock my doors. You can't just go around trusting everybody. Can't just be like, oh, no, this is a safe town. I don't have to lock my doors. Because at any moment, some fucking rapist or murderer can come in, or a burglar, and then you're going to be like, man, I wish I would have locked my doors. I always came home after school by myself. My mom was a single mom, and I didn't have any siblings. I'd been coming home by myself for a year before we moved into this house, so it was nothing new to me. My mom asked me to call her when I got home from school, do homework and chores, and not go out until she came home. I was a good kid who followed the rules, dork. So after living there a few months and things being fine, one day someone knocked on the back door when I was home alone, assuming it was a family member. Because no one else ever came over, I went to answer the door. That's when I saw that. It was the dirty, disheveled, creepy man from next door. I stopped and turned and walked back to my bedroom without answering the door or apparently locking it, because I was not supposed to answer it when I was home alone, unless it was someone in my family. Well, he saw me and knocked twice as hard, a frantic pounding. He went on like that for a few minutes, and while I was on the phone telling my mom about it, he stopped. About an hour later, he started again. I didn't even get up to look. I hid in my closet and called my mom yet again. She called my grandfather to come over from his house down the road and find out what was going on, but by the time he got to my house, the neighbor had left again. That must have been a Friday, because my mom was home the next day. When he came back in the middle of the day, her car was at the mechanic, so it looked like she wasn't home. He started pounding on the door. I went to the door and saw it was him. I called to my mom, and he immediately left. She was getting tired of me talking about it and wanted it to stop, and went out the door after him to ask him what the fuck he wanted. When she came back, she told me that he had found a kitten and wanted to know if I wanted it. I said yes, and she told me that I wasn't getting the fucking kitten and to stop worrying about it. She had a habit of claiming I was overreacting to basically everything, despite being an otherwise amazing mom. So why you listen to her? He came over again on a school day when I was home alone. I answered the door and accepted the kitten. Yeah, even though your mother told you that you shouldn't take the cat. I said thanks and went to close the door, but he stuck his cane in the way, so the door would not close. When I looked at him shocked, he said he noticed our locked door was broken. He could fix it for us. I told him I'd ask my mom, and then he left. Being a kid, I forgot to mention it to her. No, you probably didn't mention it to her because you wanted to hide the fact that you took the cat, even though she told you that you couldn't have a cat. He came back a few days later when I was again home from school alone, knocked, and when I didn't come to the door, he came in the house. I recognized the limping thump of his walk, and I hid myself in my closet, because by this point, I had been getting a scary vibe from him for a while, and despite my mother telling me everything was fine, I was plain scared of this man. He thumped around for a bit, never calling out to see if anyone was home, and apparently finding nothing, he left. It was at that point that I called my mom at work yet again, hysterical. She decided to fix the door. Oh well, that's good, because I was clearly panicked. That's great parenting. Your mom decides to fix the lock after you nearly get raped, or possibly could have got raped. But she didn't decide to fix the door any time before that, knowing that y'all lived next to a dope house. He never came over again. I have no idea why. He just didn't. We moved again a year later, and I tried not to think about it too much, though I would occasionally see him walking around town. Apparently, at some point while I was in college, they cleaned up their yard. He got a haircut, and they somehow managed to become foster parents. Not long after, I saw a picture of him in the local newspaper on Facebook. Facebook is not the fucking newspaper. He was being charged with sexual abuse of both his foster children, child porn, drug and weapon charges, all kinds of bad stuff. Apparently, the younger man who lived with him was being charged as well. And later, his wife was charged with check fraud. So they were in all of that. They were pushing dope and doing check fraud and everything, and they still lived in a fucking dump. I showed it to my husband, who also grew up in that small town, and he told me a story of his father once catching the man looking into his little sister's bedroom window. His dad apparently threatened him if he ever caught him on their property again. Yeah, that's it. If I would have caught him peeking into my fucking kid's room, I would have just killed him. There would be no warnings.